Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back. Scotty.
I'll say.
Hey, you are listening to Scotty Presents. I'm your host, Scott Israel, and we're on idiotradio.net. My producer's here, Todd DeFazio. What's up, Todd? He waved. And today my special guest is Doug Sluk. Do you like Doug or Douglas?
I prefer Doug.
All right. Can we call you Dougie? Like
yeah,
Dougie Fresh?
No.
It's too playful?
Yeah.
All right.
Doug's
I feel that.
fine.
All right.
Just here's the thing. Just never Doogie.
Oh, yeah, no. That wouldn't even cross my mind.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Did you get that a lot from the 80s television show?
Yeah, I was like in middle school when that came out, so it was incessantly being called Doogie. So,
yeah. So it's just automatic annoying.
Yeah.
It's
Dougie
like
Fresh is okay.
Spot.
I get that a lot.
I like that one. Yeah, that's all right.
Go for it.
So, Doug, I know you best. I mean, I know you through the stand-up community for sure, and I know you do some stand-up comedy, and that's great. I like your stand-up.
Yep, thank you.
But you're primarily an improv actor, yeah?
I don't know. I guess I do more improv than anything else.
Yeah.
I do sketch as well, so I kind of balance the three of them out.
All right.
I don't know what I would call myself. Just a comic, I guess.
Right on. When you do sketch, are you the one writing them most of the time, or you're acting in them, or what's your part?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Writing, acting for other people.
Is it collaborative writing, or?
At times, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you feel about working with others in that? I have a hard time sharing, like, my page space. Like, I like to take the page.
If it's the right person and they're being collaborative and we get along, then yeah it's great. If
That's
not,
awesome.
then it's like, why aren't you listening to my awesome idea?
Right, of course.
And you could work with that person fine and then get to a sketch where you really have a really strong opinion and really kind of
breaks down.
Come to loggerheads with them.
Yeah, into a fight. Do you ever get into like a full-on fist fight in the writing room?
No, not
Yelling?
yet. No.
Drinking and throwing plates and
it's
glasses?
Not that exciting. It's more passive-aggressive
I'm
huffing
sure it is.
and talking to myself in the car afterwards.
Yeah. All right. So give me an example of a sketch. What was a sketch that you collaborated on with someone that you enjoyed collaborating on with so that we can say who they are?
Oh, goodness, you're calling me out now.
Is that okay? Can you handle it? We're going to be all right?
I can handle it all. I can't even remember some of the specific sketches. There's been so many of them.
All right. So how long is the normal sketch?
Normal sketch can be anywhere from a blackout of 30 seconds to it can be a 5-minute, 6-minute sketch.
That's awesome.
We just filmed a sketch yesterday down at Unplanned for the 48-hour film festival that we wrote at breakfast and then went and filmed at the warehouse.
Same day.
They're editing it today and they're submitting it tonight for the film festival. So that was pretty interesting. I called half the comics in the city trying to get actors once we realized how many roles we needed. And
how many people ended up being in it?
We ended up with 9 actors in it.
9 actors
I
in it.
probably called about 25, 30.
Right, sure, to find suitable people.
Last minute, just come down, please come down.
Oh my! And how long is this sketch?
It's between 5 and 7 minutes, depending on how it gets edited out.
Yeah, all right, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
and it's funny. This is an Unplanned comedy collaboration, or
yes,
all right.
Woody and Tyler Ray Kendrick, and
right.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw those guys and you the other night at Giggles and Grub Pub.
Yeah.
Out in Swissville. That was fun.
My improv team, Jabberscotch, performed that night.
Did they?
Yeah, it was a really small space, so we are not used to having 7 people in space that's about 5 feet wide, but we did a really good job for that limitation and had a lot of fun, yeah. Cool. I'll be doing some stand-up there on the 27th as well at Giggles and Grub. So little plug for you.
Yeah, good.
Shameless plug.
No, it's awesome. So I like to plug everybody. I mean, the more people that we can promote, is a victory, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. So, you want to go into more in the sketches, or you want to talk about?
You talk about whatever you want to talk about, Scott.
Oh man,
you got some notes.
Okay, here's one. I saw some stuff on the internet the other day. I don't know, maybe it was a week or so ago. You have some books of poetry from your past.
I do, yeah.
You unearthed them from some sort of a box in the basement, or
Yeah.
what happened?
They're actually on a shelf in the living room with all my other regular books, as if they're like, as if you can buy them at Barnes and Noble or something.
That's the right place for them, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Take them seriously.
Good.
I wrote 6 self-published poetry books when I was younger, late teens, early 20s.
All right.
Into there. So,
Right on.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Any of them any good?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me after you read them.
All right.
I'm glad you didn't ask me to bring any and read them.
Oh, I should have.
Oh,
That would have
God.
been great. I'd have find the worst one I could find, and then I'd have totally read that.
Scotty Presents a Poetry Jam.
Oh, hey, I love poetry. Actually, I worked in a club on 34th Street and Broadway in Manhattan a while ago. I mean, like 10 or 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be a poetry night.
Yeah.
And they were extremely clever with their word choices to the point where I was really floored some nights. Some nights I was really floored, and you want to like yell and scream and clap, but all you're allowed to do is that
Yeah.
finger snapping thing. It's just annoying. I can't hang out with those guys. Like
They're too cool.
I don't know if it's cool, man, but I can't do it. I can't. It's too silly. But but that's great, man.
Yeah.
How's that factor in with your writing?
I just think I just enjoy writing in general. Whether it's reviews of movies or whether it's thoughts about the world or history, or I just enjoy putting words down and putting words out in the world. So that can come in any number of forms, and I like them all for different reasons.
Yeah.
I haven't written much poetry lately.
All right.
So I had a lot of ennui back then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of angst back in those hormonal years.
So it came out in,
Better than stabbing somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. It came out in bad poetry.
Awesome. All right, I think it's a good place for a commercial break. It's about 8 minutes.
For all your heating and cooling needs, service, and installation, contact our friends at Complete Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. 412-513-3001. Doesn't your family deserve complete comfort?
Looking for a DJ for your next party, corporate event, wedding, or special occasion? Contact Rich Who Entertainment, the official DJ of Idiot Radio. For free quote and information, give them a call at 412-266-1266. That's 412-266-1266. Rich Who Entertainment, DJs for all occasions.
You're listening to Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back.
Looking for a creative idea for meetings, business lunches, and special events? Call Spiels on Wheels, food truck and catering, and take the stress away. For more information, call them at 724-244-9881 or on Facebook at facebook.com/spielson.wheel.
All right, so you're listening to Scotty Presents on idiotradio.net. I'm your host, Scott Israel, and today our special guest is Doug Sluk. Doug.
Yay. It's Sluk.
Sluk.
Yeah.
All this time.
I know. Everybody does it.
Sluk.
People know me for decades, and they
Doug
don't.
Sluk.
I just like to hit people with that every once
Just
in a while.
let it slide until the anger
Yeah.
builds up, and
Yeah, I'm
just
just
like
like, I
hit me
can't
with
take
it.
it
Just
anymore.
boom.
I told somebody once it was like look with an S on it, and they said looks.
Oh,
Looks.
Slooks.
But it's Sluk.
Sluk.
Yeah.
All right.
I really don't care. I just like to make people feel bad about it.
Yeah. People are always trying to call me Steve, so I'm constantly having to correct them. No, Scott. That's
You look
Scott.
like a Steve.
I'm
calling you that
All
from
right.
now on.
Oh man. Then
Stevie Presents.
Oh, don't get that in people's heads, man.
I'm just kidding. I'm
All right.
just kidding.
All
You're
right,
not going to
good.
do that.
Good. Because I don't know what to do about that.
Nobody do that.
Yeah, all right. So we'll move. Okay, so you have a weird obsession with rock stars and music.
Is it weird?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You're still like you're super into it more
Yeah.
than anybody else that I know.
I love music. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't think it's that weird. Like, I'm not stealing their shoes and sniffing their underwear and stuff.
Oh, all right. Because I thought maybe.
No, only
Yeah.
certain ones.
But I mean, have you seen any big bands locally recently?
I saw Jack White a few weeks ago.
How was that?
Really good. It's my third time seeing him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does he put on a good show? What's that like? I've never been.
Really good, yeah. I had a chance to see the White Stripes years ago. They were playing at Rosebud,
right.
Tiny Club and Strip, and I decided not to go. I went to see a band called Cracker out in Oakland instead, and then White Stripes never came back, so kicking myself. There's a couple of those things I have where I really regret not seeing a band.
Sure.
Radiohead opened up for Alanis Morissette at Star Lake years ago. I didn't go.
Yeah.
And they played at Metropole, and I'm like, I didn't have $25 to see them. So, and then like they haven't been. They're coming back in July. I'm going to see them in actually this month. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, for the first time.
Cool.
My life's filled with regrets of bands I haven't seen. I've seen hundreds of concerts though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any tops? Any favorites?
Bands all time.
All time a show.
Oh, shows.
Yeah.
Arcade Fire at Console Energy Center was really good.
All right.
Queens of the Stone Age a couple years ago. My Morning Jacket anytime they come.
Yeah.
Excellent show.
Awesome.
Anytime I've seen Pearl Jam. I could just go on with this.
Yeah.
On and on and on and on.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
All right.
My weird obsession with music.
Yeah, so you strike me as a guy who possibly has a massive vinyl collection at home.
You'd think.
Yeah, no.
You'd think, but I don't. I do still buy everything on hard copy, though. I still buy CDs.
CDs?
So it made me sad that Best Buy stopped selling them.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I like to have I like to have a library of stuff, whether it's books or CDs.
Sure.
I do have vinyl, probably more than most people, but I'm not like an obsessive audiophile or anything like that.
Right on.
I would if I could. I think if I could afford it,
had
the space for it, I think you'd be absolutely right about that one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I could see you doing that. Yeah, maybe sample a little Lennon and a little Beck and just put them side by side in a loop one day.
Hell yeah!
Just be like,
you pegged that right on.
Did I?
Yeah.
All right. See, I know you.
You're watching me.
I'm watching.
I think you have a weird obsession with my weird obsession with music.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Because we like a lot of the same stuff for sure.
Sure. It's weird because I put that stuff out there and I don't get a lot of feedback, so I just kind of feel like I'm talking to an empty room.
Yeah.
And then I'll run into somebody and they'll be like, "Man, you really post a lot of really cool music stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, somebody's paying attention to it."
Yeah. Yeah, they're just too bashful to click that little button, I guess. That's weird. Like, what's your problem?
The goddamn like button, people. Come on.
It's not. Yeah, it's not capital. You're not losing anything.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, you don't have to pay for likes and get so many a month. And
you know,
if you go over, you get charged.
Yeah, you don't be
overages.
chintzy with your
I'm not
going to
call you on the phone and say like, "Hey, thanks for liking."
Right? If you put the Siamese Dream label out there, I'm going to be like, you know what? I really did like that album.
You have been paying attention.
Yeah, that was a great album.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
And just a bunch of other stuff. All right. So, who is Arcade Fire your favorite new band? Did you have a?
No. These are such tough questions.
Suck it up.
I hate
Cupcake.
labeling stuff and putting it into a box. Arcade Fire is good, but they're definitely not one of my favorite new bands.
I mean, who's blowing your mind in 2018?
Let's see. Right now,
the
new Jim James solo album is really good.
All right, word.
The newest Arctic Monkeys was really good. The Jack White from this year was really good.
You like Jack White from this year?
I do, yeah.
All right.
Jack White's it's a weird album.
I feel like he's getting tired.
Well, I think he just kind of just decided to kind of just mess around on an album and put it out there, and I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
He used modern technology for the first time, and instead of making an easy to listen to record with hits on it, he just kind of made like this crazy like Zappa kind of freak out album.
Yeah, I like Zappa. He's weird.
The new Father John Misty from this year is really good. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there. I need to look at my Instagram feed and see what else is out there.
Yeah, right. All right, so let's get into stand-up, man. You were doing. How long were you doing the improv comedy and sketches before you got up and did stand-up by yourself?
It kind of all came together at the same time. I mean, I've been doing comedy since I was a teenager.
Okay.
We had a comedy team. 3 of us in high school, and on Friday nights, Saturday nights, that's what we did. We didn't party. We actually wrote sketches, recorded onto a reel-to-reel.
That is so geeky. Do you tell that to your kids?
Yeah.
Are any of them burgeoning actors or writers or comedians?
Not at this point.
Mostly athletes?
A little bit. But my older one plays guitar, too, and, I think they both enjoy the comedy.
Right, that's
fun. But they just haven't thought about doing it themselves yet at this point.
Yeah.
Even before, when I was in high school, I was recording goofy little sketches and weird voices on like a tape deck.
Yeah,
when I was like 12. So I've been doing stuff. And I wrote When I was wee little, I used to draw a magazine I called Sad Magazine. It was like my parody of Mad Magazine. So I'm like 8 years old doing like Muammar Gaddafi jokes and stuff. And so when I look back, comedy's been part of my life the whole time, you know. I didn't realize I was doing it necessarily. Yeah. But it was definitely part of.
All right. So what got you up at doing stand-up? I mean, it's a particular and particularly odd animal to kind of, you know, it's like getting on a wild horse and just being like, I'm going to see what happens.
It is. I've always wanted to do it.
All right.
Didn't exactly know how to do it. You know what I mean? So after high school, I just kind of got the regular job and just kind of walked away from that stuff. But I was using comedy in my management styles and in my everyday life. And,
sure.
And just at a certain point, I just said, you know what? I gotta try this stuff. I gotta use it somehow.
Yeah.
You know, and just the hardest part is, no matter what age you are, is just getting up on stage and doing it, because the first time, unless it's a lightning strike, is not going to be very good. Yeah. And you have to get past that, like...
Even if the first time's good, then you're guaranteeing the second time's not.
Yeah.
So.
And you're going to have, even after you get better at it, you're going to have times you go up and bomb. And I'm so comfortable with it now that, you know, I can kind of go off topic and I can ad-lib and I can crowd work. But at the beginning, it was just like, just hold on to the mic. Yeah. And just say the words that you came here to say, you know.
So what was the first one? Was it the Five and Dime? Monday Nights at Hambones? Was it?
Yeah, it was there. It was at Hambones for sure. Yeah. I just would jump up, and I was taking class at Unplanned at the same time, stand-up class. And
that's cool. And was Woody still a part of the open mic at that point, or not?
He wasn't really coming down regularly.
Right, but he was still like an official part of it.
Yeah,
because I know it started off as like improv night, and the comedians, like the straight up stand up kind of took it.
He still is. Like when I was there, I was doing improv. I was just jumping up on stage and doing improv, and I didn't know anything about it. I was just like making stuff up. And,
it was fun though, right?
It was really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was like rebellious and wild. And, and now I realize some of the things I did, I realize why people looked at me the way they did.
Hey, whatever.
You know? But it was really wild and pure. And kind of like when I started moving over to stand-up more, coincidentally, people just stopped coming for improv, and then Joey just kind of like had no choice but to let stand-ups rule. We did, Jabberscotch, the improv group that I'm in, we did go down, and Joey let us do a 10-minute set in the middle of the Five and Dime.
That's cool.
Last month or whatever. So in the middle of all this, and the stand-ups are like, why are they here?
Right.
But we had fun.
Well, I mean, stand-up has a certain attitude, but I like what the improv people bring to the table. You know, it mixes it up and makes it a less of a like, just like dark place. Because stand-up on its own is it starts kind of dark and just gets darker.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I kind of try to like see my stand-up life in terms of improv, where I don't isolate myself, and I try to collaborate with people a little bit and help them out and get advice. And
that's nice,
because it gets, you know, it can get really lonely. And
sure,
really,
sure.
And you can really just start to like want people to fail just because you want to succeed. There's that whole thing, you know. Like
I think that's a challenge that we all have to get by, because you know what? If you can't get ahead without somebody else falling behind, then you don't have it anyway.
Agreed.
You know,
I mean, I think there's enough room for all of us to succeed and all of us to push each other up and support each other. And I have had some great support from stand-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Some more than others.
Dude, there's great people. But, look, if there's a room of people and it's only... this actually happened to me on the 4th of July. I went to a party, and it was only, pretty much, except for, 2 or 3 people in a house full of 50 people, there were comedians and there were improv people. And I could tell you by their demeanor which was which.
Sure.
Because the improv people are bubbly and outgoing and sunny and happy, and the comedians are dark and cynical.
Now, don't get me wrong. My improv team is very dark.
Yeah, you know,
I'm
sure it is.
We end up going to hell or dying or killing each other in a lot of scenes, and we don't know what's wrong with that.
What is wrong with that?
There's a lot of weird deviant sex talk and stuff on the stage.
Oh my god!
So especially with a couple members.
What kind of demonic sex plays are you putting on? And is this an all male troupe?
No, it's not.
Okay,
no,
good.
It's not. We have
just one girl is taking this onslaught of.
We have 2 female
nonsense?
members. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
They keep you guys in line.
They try to.
All right.
Yeah,
there's an effort.
But we're pretty dark. Yeah,
that's cool.
We're pretty dark. You know, we break some of those improv rules.
Really? No, you have to. No, I break rules sometimes, but you have to know the rule first, right?
Absolutely. There has to be a rule for it to be able to be broken.
Right. Well, you gotta know what it is. You gotta respect it for a little while, understand why it's in place before you can successfully break it and make it work. Right.
Absolutely.
So, like, do you have an example of successful rule breaking in improv?
Well, I mean, just kind of like going to places where people usually don't go. Usually people want to kind of they want to go for the funny. Mm-hmm. And we, under what we've learned, a lot of us have been in 3, levels of class now.
Okay.
We're learning to be actors that are sometimes funny.
Okay.
So we try to bring the reality to it.
All right.
And the reality can be very funny without coming out and going, look at me, and
sure.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have fun. Like, it can be
really
dark stuff, and it's still funny
because
it has a realness to it.
All right. Do you have another scenario other than... do you have a scenario for us that you particularly enjoyed performing?
Every time's so different.
All right.
And it's hard. When I do improv, I almost forget completely what happened. It's like my mind's erased.
No. Everybody tells me I gotta, and I'm starting to agree with them more and more. You gotta record all your sets. Do you record in some way, shape, or form your
stand-up or improv?
Both.
I record almost all my stand-up sets.
Okay.
Because those are helpful to submit for places.
When you don't, is it just because you forgot?
Yeah, it's because I forgot, or because I forgot to ask somebody to do it.
I get so nervous right before I go on that 5 minutes before I go on, I'm having a little pep talk with myself. Scott, remember to turn on the recorder on your phone so that you have everything. And then they say my name, I forget everything. I go up and I do my jokes.
So when you record, do you watch back?
Sometimes I listen. What I end up doing is I get super conscious that I'm recording it and do a terrible job.
So you might not want to do that anymore.
No, what I need to do is record all of them, get past that hump.
You need to have somebody come in and record it without your knowledge.
No, I don't want to do
And you
that.
won't even know.
That's just creepy.
Is that creepy?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
I have to say your stand-up is kind of going back to poetry. It kind of reminds me of poetry a little bit.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. But I do have a background in poetry.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. As far as higher education goes, yeah.
Why didn't you mention that when we were talking about my poetry books earlier? You could really tell me if they're crap or not.
I mean,
you could tell me if there's
there's so much subjectivity. Like William Carlos Williams is one of the greatest poets ever, but I think it's kind of corny.
Who's your favorite poet?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is like me with music. T.S. Eliot. Okay.
Yeah. A love song for J. Alfred Prufrock because I believe that true love is absolutely depressing and morose.
Do you know any by heart? Any poems off by heart?
I mean, I do, but it's like it's like a 10-minute, 11-minute poem. I'm not gonna.
Any short ones? Do you know any short ones?
Something about a red wheelbarrow. Boom, done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like a Robert Frost.
I'm interviewing Scott Israel today on the Dougie Presents.
We're talking about these are badass poems, people.
Yeah.
Badass. See, E.E. Cummings probably my favorite.
Okay.
You're
taking T.S. Eliot off the throne.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, they're two very different. Yeah, I like both of those guys.
This is like me with music.
Just mix those two together, and then throw in oh my God, Dorothy Parker.
Okay, yeah.
Like I love her. She's the most sarcastic woman that has ever lived, and I love it.
You think a lot of people could read her stuff and not catch the sarcasm? Like you have to be on the vibe of what she's.
She's not subtle in that way.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to be kind of dumb to not kind of like. Even if it took you to the end of the poem, by the end of it, you're smelling something. Yeah. You're like, something weird is happening here. And you're right. It's a special talent because it's a hard thing to stick into like on the page.
Yeah.
You know?
She's the Bill Murray of poets.
You got me all the way over here.
Uh-huh.
You see, superheroes.
What's the matter?
Superheroes. If you're imbued, if you could okay. Life is a video game.
Okay.
And you get to choose from superheroes of any genre. I don't care. Video games, comic books, movies. It doesn't even have to be an action hero.
Okay.
All right. Just pick one.
Like a power or a superhero?
Like a superhero. Like a pre-existing character.
Who's my favorite?
Who you want to be? Who are you already? Or an amalgamation of.
I'm none of them.
Damn.
I do love Peter Parker, though. I love Peter Parker.
Yeah. Is the unassuming kid.
Yeah, and he also, he does good selflessly, but then people don't always realize he's doing it. And,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and
sure.
I like Captain America. And
Okay.
it seems like at first glance you go Captain America. Yeah, that's kind of chintzy, and you must be a patriot and like a nationalist. But he's always like against what the government's saying. Like in the comics and in the movies, he always toes the other line, and he always, even back in the old Avengers comics, he's like, we got these two criminals, Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch, and they're going to be Avengers now. So he's always been like an outside the box, cool.
Right, he's a superhero outsider.
He's like an anti-establishment guy that just wears the establishment all over his body.
That's right. Yeah, all right. I never looked at him that way, but I haven't spent a lot of time on.
And I love Batman too.
Yeah,
I think Batman's the ultimate superhero.
I really feel like when I was a kid, like Batman, like when I was a little kid, that whole Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson.
Tim Burton
movie, Burton.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is my jam.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is I'm the Joker. Like that's my favorite superhero.
Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite Joker in movies?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson over Heath?
Yeah.
Wow.
Heath was fantastic,
Yeah.
but you can't beat a classic.
Yeah.
And besides, I won't come into my full Joker until I'm going to need 20 more years.
So you're
I'm an older Joker.
Are you planning on going full Joker like on the world?
Yeah, no. I want to play the Joker in a blockbuster. I would love to do that before
you heard
I die.
it here first, everyone.
Yeah,
Scott Israel.
One of my larger, more laughable aspirations.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. But Heath was better.
Heath was fantastic, but it was a different kind of lens.
Yeah,
it really was.
Did you ever notice how much he sounds like Tom Waits when he's, Tom Waits?
Yes, I know who Tom Waits is.
I shouldn't ask you that question. Now I've offended him.
No, it's all right.
He's reaching across the table. But he really sounds like Tom Waits whenever he does that. Heath Ledger does when he's doing the Joker. If you listen to him,
Is that what he's going for?
I think so. Yeah.
It was brilliant. I like the slightly more cartoony, goofy, and just the plastered smile,
When I was a kid, the 1989 Batman was everything.
Mm-hmm.
It took over that whole summer, the Bat Dance, Prince.
I was Joker that winter, or that fall for Halloween.
Yeah. See, I wanted to be Batman.
We could have fought an
we have
epic
Batman
battle.
and the Joker sitting across from each other here.
Yeah, for sure. I think all the tragedy's funny, and you want to try and fix it.
Uh-huh.
All right, I think that's a good space, Todd. Thanks, bro.
Looking for a creative idea for meetings, business lunches, and special events? Call Spiels on Wheels, food truck and catering, and take the stress away. For more information, call them at 724-244-9881 or on Facebook at facebook.com/spielson.wheels.
You're listening to Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back.
Looking for a DJ for your next party, corporate event, wedding, or special occasion? Contact Rich Who Entertainment, the official DJ of Idiot Radio. For free quote and information, give them a call at 412-266-1266. That's 412-266-1266. Rich Who Entertainment, DJs for all occasions.
For all your heating and cooling needs, service, and installation, contact our friends at Complete Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. 412-513-3001. Doesn't your family deserve complete comfort?
All right, this is Scotty Presents. You listen to idiotradio.net. I'm your host, Scott Israel. Todd DeFazio is our producer, and my special guest today is Doug Sluk.
Thank you.
Doug Sluk.
Sluk, yeah.
Sluk.
Yeah.
I got it right that time.
Yep.
All right. So you do stand-up, you do improv, you do sketch stuff.
Yep.
You do poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And you also juggle, like you have you're a dad.
Yeah.
And you're an active participating member of your nuclear family.
Yeah.
I commend you for it, sir. No, a lot of dudes bail. And you got kids you're taking to what, like t-ball or softball, or what do you guys do?
I have an older one in pony and a
what
younger
is pony?
One. That's baseball. That's above little league.
All right.
It's kind of like the same level as high school, only it's community ball.
All right.
So he's played for his high school this year. And the little one's in Little League in what they call 10U.
Right. I don't know what that is. What's 10U?
10 and under.
Okay.
Different levels.
Little League. And that's still baseball?
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. And you got the wife and the kids, and you're doing all this entertainment, and you're out a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
you all the time.
Yep.
How do you juggle all that? How are you? How what? You have a superpower.
I do? What is that?
I don't know. You tell me. You're tapping into something, man. Like, a lot of people don't have this kind of commitment, energy, focus.
You only live once.
Yeah, he's drawing on fear.
You only live once, and I've kind of changed my attitude from I have to do this to I get to do this.
All right.
And I really wanted to be on stage. I really wanted to be involved in collaborative efforts and creative efforts. And for years, I didn't know who was out there.
Yeah.
And now I have a community around me, and I know people, and things are clicking. So if I see an opportunity for a show, I'm going to do it. If it's
awesome.
the one night I did 3 different shows in one night. I did a show at Arcade, a show at Unplanned, and a show at Steel City on the same night.
And what kind of time commitment was that for each show?
Each one was at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's awesome. That's like commando stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep joking I need a driver or a helicopter or something to get me from show to show. But I like the challenge of maybe going from a sketch show to a stand-up show. Or, I'm trying to remember my lines, but then I'm also trying to remember what bits I'm going to do. And I think I perform best when I'm under pressure like that. When I have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't do anything.
Yeah, you just get nervous.
Yeah, or I just don't do it. I just kind of put it off. I'll get to
right.
it. But whenever somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, you got to do a stand-up bit in 5 minutes,"
right.
I'll do it. I'll flourish.
That's awesome.
But if I have a year to write it, I'm going to get to the end of the year and have almost nothing.
Yeah, wait till the end.
Yeah,
just do it in 10 minutes.
Just how I am.
Yeah.
Even in school, I wouldn't study. I would just cram for the test at the last minute and ace it. And
yeah,
I don't know what it is about me, but I like to be under pressure.
That's cool. I don't know. I like to get distracted from school. That was my thing. I'll do anything else. Literally anything. Give me a job. I could do that. Would have been better.
I moved like a bunch of times before I was like 20 years old, like 20 times or something like that.
So, where
I didn't know a lot of people.
Where all did you live?
A lot around the city, but also in Akron, Ohio, and Martinsburg, West Virginia, Frederick, Maryland, Knoxville, Maryland, and then like a ton around the city and the outskirts and stuff.
So how did that affect you?
That's why I'm going on stage and trying to get people to like me.
Yeah, is that it?
It's a weird phenomenon. Like, I didn't know anything about it. It's not like why I did this, but I've read since that like Steve Martin moved around. I think if Steve Martin moved around a lot of times. Johnny Depp definitely moved around like 20 times in the same time period.
Yeah.
So not that that's the only way to get there, but it's definitely a way that seems to point in that direction.
I don't know. I moved around a lot growing up.
There you go.
Yeah. I ain't shit.
Oh, stop. I think it does mold you, though. It molds the way you see the world.
Oh, sure.
Because you can easily make friends with people.
You can.
Well,
I never really got it. I was like, if you don't see how awesome I am.
And I'm not saying deep friend. I'm not saying deep. I just mean I can be friendly with people. I can.
No,
connect
you
with a lot
are.
of
You're a
people and
super
find
friendly guy.
common
I always
ground.
love seeing you out.
Yeah.
Doug Sluk.
Yeah, Sluk even.
Sluk.
People say Sluk or people say Sluk.
Sluk.
But it's Sluk. Yeah.
God. Where's that? Where's it from? What is that?
Czechoslovakia back in the day. So
all right. What is it now, though? Is it Czech or is it Slovakia?
It's Slovakia now, I believe, yeah. It's
All
in the
right.
Russo-Carpathian Mountains, like the same little area where Andy Warhol's from. So there's some kind of a distant relationship.
That's cool. Do you paint at all?
No.
Do you do interpretive dance?
No.
Do you make movies? Are you doing recording with any of your sketches?
We did do a recording yesterday, like I said, for the 48-hour film festival.
All right, let's go into that a little bit. What was that? What was that process like?
Well, we met for breakfast and had nothing.
What did you have for breakfast?
Wow, this is in depth.
Oh man, I
want
to know.
Eggs and bacon.
I always want to know what the food is. Yeah?
Eggs and bacon.
Is it like
browns.
over easy or scrambled?
Over easy, yeah, with wheat toast.
Oh, all right. You're not
butter,
worried about
not
the heavy gluten of the wheat toast?
I wasn't until you just said it.
Oh yeah, that's wheat toast has more gluten than any bread. That's what I heard.
What should
anyway.
I eat, Scott? What should I?
Eat whatever you want. I love bread. Everybody tells me don't eat bread.
Yeah.
I make bread at home so that I get to eat like that fresh bread that's like warm and soft in the middle and crispy on the outside. Like I love it. I will spend 5 hours. I'll spend
bread.
5 hours making a loaf of bread just so I get to, and I put butter on it. Yeah. And I know it's unhealthy, and I know it's going to make me feel bloated. I don't care. I'm just going to eat it because I love bread.
So get off my back then.
Yeah. I'm not on your back. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm teasing.
Yeah.
So we had no idea. We came up with a sketch idea, and we started the cast, like I said, and call around
that
the city.
Day.
And see. Yeah, it happened.
How many people did you have to call, actors-wise?
Like 20, 25, something like that. Just messenger and just.
What was the selection process? Just anybody who said yes, or?
Kind of. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have much choice. We had some people had to be at shows and things, and we had a show at Unplanned
that
night. 2 shows, so things had to be done, or else we would have to come back in the middle of the night.
Cramming and doing shit last minute. Were you in charge of this endeavor?
No.
All right. Who was in charge?
I was just helping. It was Woody's our team leader.
All
Woody
right.
Drennan.
Yeah.
The famous Woody Drennan.
The famous Woody Drennan of Unplanned Comedy.
Yeah. It was really exciting, though.
I'm sure.
It really,
and it all came together and it made sense?
Hopefully in the editing bay.
All right, they're editing it now. That's what you're saying?
Because they say a movie really is... makes or breaks it in the editing bay.
Sure. I mean, it was weird because they film out a sequence and then you got to put it in sequence and there's all the different takes. Like, I would feel overwhelmed. Continuity, yeah, right?
Yeah. So hopefully it was fun, so let's just put it that way.
Good. I'm always down for fun, new experiences.
Yeah.
You know?
I've been on sets a lot. I've been like a background extra. And
have you?
I've done stuff like that in commercials, featured stuff in commercials. But so a lot of it was familiar.
Yeah.
But the breakneck speed of it was not.
Right.
It was.
Hey,
it
get
was
her done,
really,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the end, we were like all just ready to pass out.
I bet. How many hours were you doing this?
Well, it was like it could have gone much longer.
Yeah.
But because of the show and everything, it went from like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But
that's a long day.
We could have easily been there today or been there overnight to get more shots. But,
But you made it in the allotted 10 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully we got all the shots we need.
Oh my God. So how was that? What's it like? What's it like working with Woody? And
I love Woody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fun to work with?
Yeah, he's definitely what I would call my mentor in all this.
Oh, all right.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
He shows the way, and I like Unplanned. It's kind of down and dirty and
punk
rock and roll in there.
Yeah.
Exposed brick. And
that's why I like this place.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm on Todd DeFazio's pirate ship, and it's named idiotradio.net.
I love it.
Yeah.
Not to say I don't love arcade too. I mean, arcade. You get down there, it's like a real theater, and there's a green room, and there's a box office.
They're very
And
professional.
there's tunnels underneath, and you're like, yes.
Are there tunnels?
There's tunnels to get to the green rooms and everything.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the new thing yet.
It's really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Radio silence.
Yeah. So how it was? So what was it like making the film?
It was fun.
Yeah. That's lovely.
It was fun. You're running out of stuff.
I am. You're running out of stuff. Who's your favorite drummer of all time?
I love Jimmy Chamberlain of the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah?
I don't think he gets enough credit.
All right.
He has a very nuanced drumming. It's very hard, but also very jazz-oriented.
Right on.
Everybody
like a good
says
jazz
Bonham.
drummer.
Everybody says Bonham, but if you listen to Chamberlain, he has a lot of really weird things with the drums.
Yeah, sure. That's cool.
So that's my guy right there.
Yeah.
And then there's all the obvious ones. You know, Keith Moon, Ringo Starr,
Ginger
Stuart
Baker.
Copeland of the Police. Yeah, Ginger Baker. Yeah.
Police too.
Neil Peart, Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
You know, but Jimmy Chamberlain to me is just stands apart from all of them.
Right on.
You know.
You a coffee drinker?
I am not. I hate coffee.
Oh, that's awesome. Why?
I hate coffee. I don't know. I hate the taste.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I used to hate the taste of alcohol too, and now I drink it.
All the time?
Not all the time, but more than I used to when I didn't drink it at all. Coffee just does not appeal to me whatsoever.
Really?
I'm a tea guy.
You don't need the pep?
No. I can't sleep at night as it is. I get up in the morning and I'm like
all ready to go.
Bundle of nerves, and it's just like if I drink any caffeine past like 11 a.m., I'm not sleeping that night.
Yeah.
And I used to pound caffeine.
Really?
Pepsi and
just not coffee.
No,
is
never.
it the temperature?
Maybe it's like a
the
bean. It's like a bean that you put in water, hot water, and it's
that's
like
awesome.
It tastes gross. So you have to put other stuff in it. Like, why don't you just drink that stuff? Why do you have to put bring the beans into it? Just
I love it. It's a great
drink
bit.
Milk and cream. And
just drink milk and cream and
leave the beans alone.
Well, and then where are you getting the caffeine then?
I'm not.
No. So how did you get off the soda and everything?
I had to do it. Like I had chronic kidney stones for a while.
Oh my God.
Like I had many kidney stones. First time I had one, I didn't know what it was. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
I got to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, where's the prognosis? How many hours do I have to live? And they're like, you have a kidney stone. And I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
And then I've had so many. They've
is it from
stuck
the soda?
Like what? It might have been. Yeah. It might have been from not drinking enough water, drinking too much caffeine.
Oh man.
So yeah. And
drink water.
Those are bad.
Yeah.
Those are really bad. I've had them get stuck, and they had to do like shockwave treatment to break them up.
Really?
Some really bad horror stories with some of that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
That brought the whole thing up.
Yeah. Is anybody cool coming to town as far as music venues go?
Radiohead.
Radiohead's coming?
Arcade Fire's here on the 10th. I'm not going to that one.
No.
Arctic Monkeys are coming in August. Yeah. We have a pretty good year. I wish Beck had come this year.
Right.
If Beck and the Gorillas had come this year, I would have had a complete...
Are the Gorillas touring this year?
They are, but they've never come to Pittsburgh to my knowledge.
Do they dislike us?
I don't think it's anything personal. I don't think Blur ever came here either. Damon Albarn.
Blur?
I love Blur.
All right, so we're going to differ on that one.
So in the Blur Oasis thing,
do
you know anything? Did you like either one of them?
No.
No.
You can have both of them. I don't need them.
You're not a Britpop guy.
No, okay. I mean, like, I don't dislike British music by any means. The Beatles in the 60s, like, fine, it's fine.
If
and
you
there's some new stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm sorry, like, Oasis got some catchy stuff, but it's just not who I am. I can't rock out to that foo-foo-y stuff. I can't do it. Like, give me a little bass, give me something. I need something a little mean.
Yeah.
It's...
Tame
you've
Impala
seen my
or
stand-up.
something.
I like a little mean.
Yeah.
You know?
Oasis, they're a big band. They really bit really hard off the Beatles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No kidding, right?
Know, they got really...
Might as well be a Beatles cover
But at the
band.
same time, they sounded almost nothing like them.
Yeah.
It was like a band
they
that
sounded a lot like them.
In some ways.
Yeah.
The Beatles are very diverse musically.
They are. I like their later stuff.
The White Album.
Yeah, I mean, not even just Sgt. Pepper. Just when they start getting away from the cookie cutter...
Yeah,
high school
and
band.
The early stuff, take it or leave it. It's well written for radio.
It's good stuff, but it's real.
Yeah, yes.
You know.
But then you get the Rubber Soul and Revolver and things start to change and get deeper. And
it gets
Pepper
dark and it gets a little psychedelic. I like all that.
White Album has so many different kinds of genres on it. You know, it's almost like listening to multiple bands.
Yeah.
It's so diverse. That's my favorite, probably my favorite album of all time. Period.
That's awesome.
You know.
The two white guys sitting around talking about the Beatles. I've never felt more white in my life. No, it's all right because we love it. It's true. It's a stereotype that we're all gonna have to live with.
That's right.
White people like
we are stereotypes.
Oh my God, we like the Beatles.
Imagine that.
People say I'm a dreamer, you know.
But you're not the only one.
All right, we can't do this. People are gonna hate us.
Well, they might already.
No,
so
I'm sure they
nothing
do.
To lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. So
what else do you like besides the Beatles? Do you like donuts?
Yeah.
Wow, imagine that.
I mean, and you know what? Everybody says Krispy Kreme, but Krispy Kreme is too sweet for me. I like a regular old Dunkin'. I just like the chocolate on top and the hole in the middle. I'm good with that.
Classic donut.
Yeah.
The donut hole, that's a scam.
Yeah, it is.
Because
you know
they're making them separate. They're not pulling them out of the middle of the donut. We all just need to agree that that's not really happening.
Yeah, of course not.
We all look the other way and we go, that's a donut hole. Yeah. We know it's not.
Well, no, but we want to buy into it. We want to believe the mythology of the little people making them, and they're delicious. Like, who doesn't want one bite of one donut and another bite of another donut?
Have you ever put a donut hole in the middle of a donut?
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah. Well, you hold it there. You squish it a little bit.
It seems like something's wrong. It just doesn't seem right.
No, I really want a donut.
Yeah.
So are you a musician at all yourself?
I'm a wannabe musician.
What does that mean?
It means I've always wanted to be a musician, but I've never been able to pick it up. You know, I'd sit
at
there.
All?
No, I mean, I'd sit there and plink on the piano.
Yeah.
I can knock out a few, like, you know, chopsticks and some other songs and stuff like that. But I could just never get the coordination down or the patience down for it. I've always wanted to play guitar, piano, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's in my blood, but I can't seem to get it into my fingers, you know, like.
Right.
But my son, we bought him guitars and he just picked it right up and
that's cool.
Taught himself like almost instantaneously. My brother did the same thing. So apparently, like in Harry Potter, there's wizards that don't have like any magic.
Oh no.
Like Filch or whatever, the guy that's like the janitor. That's me. I'm the janitor of musicians.
It's
sad.
funny.
It's really sad. I've always wanted to shred on a guitar or just sit down and play.
That'd be awesome. You could definitely learn one badass song.
Maybe.
Get somebody to teach you.
Yeah.
I want to do the same thing. I own a guitar that I don't know how to play.
Really?
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, I got an acoustic guitar many years ago that I ended up just giving to my son recently. He plays it.
At least somebody's using it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not sitting around collecting dust.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That's good.
Want to be a musician.
Yeah?
I think every comedian wants to be a musician and every musician wants to be a comedian. Maybe not every, but lots of them do.
I can't imagine. A lot of the musicians are nice to me when I meet them, and they give us props for going up there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, nobody can really believe that a comedian is even close to a rock star. Like, I mean, my favorite comedian, and I have a bunch of them, but like, they're like rock stars.
Let me give you one,
but they're still underneath rock stars.
Let me give you one stand-up who was a rock star.
Jack Black?
Nope. No. Well, he does rock. He does rock comedy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I love Eddie. He's
Delirious.
He's in my top 3 all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Yeah. I love it.
Who are your other two in the top 3?
In top 3? I don't know. Carlin and Louis.
Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Still sticking on him.
Look, man, just because he did some fucked up shit doesn't make him not funny.
Yeah.
It just makes it awkward now when I say that I like him. I still like Woody Allen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nothing's more awkward than that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, what about Bill Cosby?
Okay, that's super awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved Bill Cosby.
And then Seinfeld goes on a show and says, like, he's still okay, and,
Seinfeld just wants
need to say no comment.
Just wants to save all the comedians because he's one of them.
He was defending Roseanne recently and stuff, and it's just like,
really?
maybe just don't say anything.
Yeah, like, well, no, I think that Jerry Seinfeld at this point thinks that he's really unstoppable. I think he thinks he's some sort of a deity, and he can just fix things for people.
Yeah.
But a lot of, I don't know, man.
Sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Like, yeah.
Like,
when you love somebody's material like that,
and it's never the people you think it's gonna be. You think it's gonna be Eddie Murphy,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's not the all right.
Yeah.
So you guys do I want to go? You got stuff up and coming?
I'll be at Arcade doing stand-up this Friday, the 14th, or the 13th, actually.
Of July?
Trying to vie for the last spot in the Pittsburgh Comedy Festival.
Awesome.
Because I didn't submit to that on time.
When and where is the Pittsburgh Comedy Festival?
Oh, that I don't know.
All right, we'll look into it. It's coming up. It's up and coming.
Yeah, and then I'll be at Giggles and Grub on the 27th.
And that's in Swissvale at Tees Lounge?
Tees Lounge, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the 14th, our improv team, Jabberscotch, will be performing at Unplanned.
Who named that?
Okay, so we were in Improv 101 class, and one of the guys that ended up in Jabberscotch was saying that he could just invent a word.
Yeah.
I said, no, you can't.
All right.
And whatever he said, I was going to say no.
Right.
So he said, okay, Jabberscotch. And I was like, nope, that will never be a word.
Right.
Mark my words.
What does it mean?
That will never be a word. It means nothing.
Oh. Well,
but then
really
down the line, it became the name of the improv team. So now it is actually a word. I'm very happy about that, but I'm also like, damn it! I said that was never going to become a word, and now it's on T-shirts. We had T-shirts printed up.
Oh man!
And it's like everywhere.
Who designed the T-shirts?
The guy that named Jabberscotch,
Eric.
Yeah.
What do the
Eric
T-shirts
Lucko.
look like?
They're cool as hell.
Well, I'm sure they are. I haven't seen one.
It's red and has like a black circle in the middle with a little frog on it for no reason.
All right.
And it just says Jabberscotch underneath the frog. Yeah.
For some reason, I keep seeing like a Godzilla-esque character in my head, but that's just
for
me.
Jabberscotch.
Yeah,
I think it leaves a lot up to the imagination.
Well, the jabber is like Jabberwocky,
yeah.
and then just jabbering on, and then Scotch is just like a drunken Godzilla.
Sure.
Yeah.
A drunken Scottish Godzilla.
I mean, you don't have to be Scottish to drink Scotch. Anybody can drink it, and they export that shit.
I took it too far.
No such thing in my opinion. I mean, keep going with it. That was my job.
But I think I like it because it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just let people fill it up with their own thoughts and feelings.
Yep.
All right. And wait, where is the Jabberscotch performing?
We're at Unplanned on this Saturday, the 14th.
Yeah. Where's Unplanned at?
Unplanned's in what we call Up Butt.
Up Butt.
Up Butt. Upper Butler.
Oh.
It's like 57th or something, up by the Shop and Save.
See, and that's what happens when you let comedians name shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's about 100 stray cats outside, so just follow the cats, and if you see them, you're close. You're close to Unplanned.
All right.
Yeah.
And where do you have a website or a Facebook page or Instagram?
I have my own personal, Instagram.
Yeah, do that.
Doug S76, yeah. And I'm on Facebook as Douglas Sluk. And
SLUK.
SLUK, Sluk, just like it looks like it. It's such a tough.
You have it so hard, man.
Yeah,
you really do. People mispronounce your last name.
There was a receptionist at work, and she would page me as Doug Sluk.
Yeah.
And then I would call her up and say, it's Sluk. I've told you this.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know, but when I say Sluk, everybody in the company calls me and tells me I'm saying it wrong.
So she'd rather deal with just you than everybody.
They think it's right when she says it wrong.
Oh, my God.
So I'm like, well, fair enough.
So that means you got to go around to everybody at work and be like, listen, it's Sluk,
I don't
listen,
really care. I don't really care that much.
Yeah. All right.
When I host gigs, I introduce myself as Doug Sluk, or you may know me as Doug Sluk or Doug Sluk.
You just got to start misspelling your name, SLOOK.
But people would still say Sluk.
Oh, man.
There's no way around it.
There's no way out.
Mm-mm.
You're cornered and boxed in.
Absolutely.
Oh, and all right. So, did you do all your personal stuff?
Yeah, Jabberscotch on Facebook. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to add anything?
No, sir.
All right, we're doing great. You've been listening to Scotty Presents. I'm your host, Scott Israel. Todd DeFazio is my producer. My special guest for today has been Doug Sluk.
Sluk.
He's an improv actor, writer, poet, comedian, and go check him out all over Pittsburgh at upcoming shows that we have mentioned and many more in the future, I'm sure.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Doug.
Don't call him Steve.
idiotradio.net.